Good morning from Evening Shade, Arkansas. It's New Year's Day 2020, and what a great day it's going to be. What a great year it's going to be. I don't know if you have set your intentions for the next year or let go of the past year yet, but if you haven't, I highly suggest you get on it. So I thought I would share my thoughts from the evening last night. And if you've ever worked with me on your own issues, then you probably have had this assignment. So here is mine. It's New Year's Eve and a close to one of the greatest years of my life. Not in a way that was all great, but in a way that I had some of the most joyful moments of my life, followed by some of the most painful. To be followed by some of the greatest transformations, realizations, and eye-opening lessons to date. As I reflect on my past year, even years, I can't help but be grateful. My heart is so full of love and gratitude. I absolutely love life and the journey that is mine. This year I have learned that not all people and situations are as they seem, that you can have the material possessions and materialistic things you have ever wanted. You can reach your goals that you have strived to meet for years. But if you are not willing to do the inner work on your heart and soul, and you cannot let go of your past, then you truly have nothing. Joy, peace, happiness starts inside of you. It takes work, it takes dedication to yourself. I have learned that some people will always point the finger at anyone and that will take the fall instead of looking in the mirror and dealing with their own demons. The thing about these situations and these type of people is that they are never wrong, and it's always your fault. It is easy to run. It is easy to self-fulfill with a quick fix, attention, or an escape. It is hard to do the work. Gratitude takes practice and patience, but you owe it to you to learn it. The grass is never greener on the other side. If your grass is dead, water it, fertilize it, organically, of course. If you have a muddy mess, dry it out, plant seeds, tend to your own garden. Stop looking anywhere but inside of you to find fulfillment. Everything starts with you. It ends with you. It's your journey, your path, your lesson. If you spend all the time looking everywhere else, your shit ends up going to shit. I have spent this year feeling an array of emotions, highs and lows. It's a funny thing when you are going through huge transitions and you feel like you're spinning while on a roller coaster, because it can take a while. It did. For me, no doubt, it did for me, no doubt. But if you can still your mind and focus on your light, you can find things out about you that you didn't know were possible. I have spent years thinking I was truly living the life I wanted, really creating something special. And when reality hit, I was slapped hard. It knocked me down. It took my breath away. The lies, betrayal, harsh words, threats, and lowest of lows made me see I was the one living the lie. I was the one trying to be something I am not. I was the one not looking in the mirror. I wasn't running, but I sure wasn't accepting reality either. And while I wasn't there yet, I then had a moment where life changed forever. A moment that opened my eyes to the reality of who and what I was and what I chose. I totaled my car, and I truly should have had an injury or died, but I didn't. I walked away, and in that first few minutes, when I was asked, "Can I call someone for you, I knew I was alone. And the only person I thought I had and I could count on, the only phone number I could come up with in my head, wasn't even an option. When I finally did call an hour later, it was exactly what I thought and why I didn't call in the first place. It was self-centered, self-serving, condescending voice on the other end. It had always been, except this was the first time I was actually hearing it for what it was. I was listening with every part of me. I was in that moment finding my way. That precious moment in time will forever be the turning point where alone was scary as hell. But I was alive. And alone was a million times better than not being enough, not being seen, heard, felt, wanted, or loved. In the days that followed, I saw and heard even more. I was truly awakening to my reality. I was looking in the mirror at my soul, and it was screaming, crying, dying to be free of these burdens I had allowed myself to be buried under. My own actions did not, in fact, match my words. I preached self-love, yet no longer had the confidence I once had. I spoke of joy and happiness, yet the feeling was not there. I said I was who I am, and I was comfortable with that. Yet at every turn I was questioned, put down, and seen as an embarrassment. I did not know who I was anymore, and I certainly did not love the person looking at me in the mirror. I was lost, and this was the moment I knew I was found. I did not know how, when, or where, but I knew my journey just took a detour and shit was going to get real. For the first time in my life, I knew alone was the path I needed to find me again. But even deeper than that, find who I am without anyone influencing that. Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I like to do? What and who do I truly love? Who truly loves me for me? Can anyone truly love me if I was no longer in love with me? That was exactly the next lesson. No one, and I mean no one, can truly love you. For if you don't even know who you are, or you don't love yourself, self-soothing with another band-aid or rebound is not dealing with your shit. It is running away. It is wanting the security of the love you had, or where it used to be, but with someone else. I have done that many times, and while a little fun now and then is okay to feed the ego or just feed the sexual nature of the beast, it is not okay to jump in and stay there. Because the work that needs to be done cannot be done if you are busy suppressing feelings. As I start this new year, my ego absolutely wants to have some fun and some interest, someone to feed my ego. But I do not want to go to an unhealthy level feeding that ego. I am learning slowly, again. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am worthy of so much more than I have accepted. I deserve to find me, to be happy, to love me, to be me. Deserve to feel empowered, feel pure joy, feel worthy of others and my own self. My light is to be shared and to shine bright, not be dim and in danger of going out. As I walk into 2020, my eyes are bright. My smile is a beacon to those those others that have lost their way. My heart is full of love to be shared with all that are accepting. These are my gifts that I will continue to improve upon and share to help heal myself and any and all that need or want to share in them. This is my journey. I see you on yours, and I applaud your efforts, as well as my own. Together we shall climb mountains, change mindsets, open our hearts, heal our past hurts, forgive, love unconditionally, and most importantly, we shall find our own light and share them with each other and those that need to find their own. I'm truly grateful for 2019. I walk into 2020 with big intentions, elevated emotions, and above all else, gratitude for all I have learned. And I'm learning this past year and the years that passed. Thank you for being here with me and for sharing in your journey and my journey, for sharing your love and your light. That was my closure writing for the year, and it brings up some emotions, but they're all so relieving and good, and just see if we can walk over here and check out the sunrise. Remember, every day is what you make it. And this past year, past years, the past comings and goings, I built a house. I lived in a camper with no running water. I have done some pretty crazy, amazing things that I would have never thought I could do. And now I have a house to finish, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make it the most beautiful, the way I have envisioned it for all of these years. It's going to happen. And I'm so excited for what 2020 brings. My intentions are very set, and my elevated emotions are out there, and I am so ready. Bring it on. Much love and light to you all. Thank you for sharing your New Year's with me.